Mm. Mm. Good morning, everybody. It is the Morning Cryptos, and it is December 20th, and it's some godforsakenly early hour. I was up at 3:30 a.m. thinking about cryptos, dreaming about cryptos, and so I've been killing time checking out some new projects, and I want to talk about that a little bit. But I also want to run through the charts and see what's going on and see what my moves are for today. And you might want to watch over my shoulder as I seriously attempt to crank my crypto. So I'd like to invite you on in. So let's start the music and let's get started for today. All right. Woo! Has it been a crazy couple of weeks? I mean, like literally 4 weeks ago, I think I had about $4,000 or $5,000 in all my different trading accounts, which is like there was one, Bittrex and my Exodus wallet. And holy crap, I hit 30,000 the other day, and I've been buying things that were in profit and essentially selling them, buying them low, and riding them up to anything that's like looks like crazy profits. I've been taking some, then taking more, or taking all. And yesterday was no exception. I sold a ton of stuff, and I bought a ton of stuff, and I've been keeping notes in my little journal. I have an analog little journal here. I write shit down, what I did, when I did it. So you're definitely going to want to have some kind of system. There's all kinds of digital ones, like there's Blockfolio on your phone and stuff. I just find that I'm an old fucker. And it really helps me as a kinesthetic person. There's something about handwriting stuff that gets it into my neurology a little bit better. So you know yourself, and you know what works for you. So that was one little thing that I wanted to share with you, is that you want to keep track of what you're doing. You want to keep track of some of your thoughts and what your motivations are, but you don't want to get also bogged down by that either. So you got to have some kind of balance. So as you're probably aware, Bitcoin has had a little bit of a pullback, which is perfect. It plays right into our evil plan. So when everybody else is going, oh no, you and I hopefully are buying Bitcoin. And that's what I was doing yesterday. I had a couple of things that I did right and a couple of things that I missed, and I'll talk about that as we go through them. But first, let's check the news and see if there's anything we should know about that we might not know about if we didn't check the news. Bitcoin price drops on Wednesday, December 20th. Oh, that's like stating the obvious. Like, it drops, but not by much, people. Of course, it could go to minus 1,100. Not bloody likely. Here's the deal, though. Coinbase adds BitcoinCash, right? And BitcoinCash, and this is the thing I missed, mostly because I was editing my damn Morning Cryptos. I was going, literally after I finished the cryptos, I was going to literally take a pretty big position in BitcoinCash because it had a sideways trading range, and I missed it because I was doing this. But that's okay. It's all good. I got a lot of other stuff. So, and I have $100 of BitcoinCash, which at the moment is worth well over $200. So that's good. At least I got something in it, right? Bitcoin drops following CME futures. Investors still buying at 100% premium. Whatever. Okay, so as long as there's no, Korea, China, Japan, whatever news that, okay, fine, we're good. And it's at 17,376 at the moment, according to Google. And of course, you'll notice the charts are somewhat different. So right now, my chart here is from Bitfinex, which I don't trade on, but it has US dollar charts, which I like because I'm still I have not transferred in my brain over to Bitcoin Think. So I'm part of my process is I'm looking at charts with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and US dollar to try to triangulate and see which is the best move. So let's get going. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's see what happened here. And so we have kind of a classic head and shoulders situation at the very top here, at the top of the tippy top. It hit 20,000. And we all, I think, when you hit something big like 10,000 or 20,000, there tend to be some profit taking because this is volatile. And I took profits. I pretty much sold all my Bitcoin. And by selling my Bitcoin, that means I bought other coins with my high-priced Bitcoin. So that's the idea. You want to buy low, and then when it moves up, you want to take your expanded amount of value, and you want to, or at least this is what I want to do. This is me again, self-hypnosis. This is not to be construed as investment advice. I have to say that at least once. So you want to take your highly valuable digital asset and you want to see if you can lock in your profits by buying other things that are low with your higher price thing. And I think this is going to become second nature when we do have cryptos in our wallet and we go to buy something with it. Now we go like, oh, which credit card do I have the most room on, right? In the future, it'll be like, which of my cryptos is up today? I'll use that to pay for things. And if it's down, I'm not going to use that because I'll be able to buy less with it. So the cryptos that are up, you'll buy more stuff with, you'll get a better value. So it's kind of a mirror inverse relationship to what we're doing now. So that's what we're doing here. We're literally learning how to participate in the future economy. This is something that every elementary school student is going to have to learn in the future. When they learn money, in second grade or something, they're going to have to learn how to do that. You always want to use the crypto that has the most value to buy your cup of coffee, right? Whatever. So up here at the top, I started buying things, right? And then when it started dropping the other day, once it hit 1,800, I started selling things. I started buying Bitcoin. So I took profits on my alts into Bitcoin around here. Now, I was a little early. We had a further drop. And notice the drops have been all down to different areas of support. So this to me, I am not really concerned. I wasn't fearful at all. I was just, okay, I have to wait a little bit until it comes back because we have all kinds of support here. It touched down there. And now at the moment, we're boosting back up. And as soon as we cross this line here, I'm back in the money with Bitcoin. And so once it gets back up here, at the very least, if I see something I want to buy, I know I'm buying it with Bitcoin that is at relatively the same value, right? So if there's something I just have to buy and I see that it's really low, I'll still make that trade. Now, however, when Bitcoin comes back up and tests 20 again, I will be in some significant profit again, and then I'll sell. I'll use Bitcoin to buy other stuff, and essentially, I can do this all day long, and that's the idea. And the volatility is really our friend, but it does take a little bit. I felt a couple of times like, oh God, what if it drops? Oh, well, But I didn't bet my entire portfolio on it, right? I have at this point a little bit over a half of Bitcoin, most of which I bought here below 18,000. So I didn't time that perfectly. In the future, I'm going to be a little bit more patient and kind of see how Bitcoin does and maybe ladder in as it goes down. But I had profits and I'll get to this when I talk about quantum. I had profits in quantum. I literally nailed the tip top of quantum, and now quantum is setting up a new buy signal. So let's crank through it. I hope that's helpful to you guys. And hopefully that makes sense. Let's pull back to a one-day chart so you can see how this is not really a big deal, this pullback, right? It's just not a big deal. We have to have pullbacks. And look at the last pullback, right? We had a couple of days of down. It hit support, and then boom, it went to 20,000. So what I'm expecting, and I could be wrong, people, because no one knows, right? Anything could happen, right? What I think is going to happen, and hopefully it's not just what I want to have happen, what I think is going to happen is we're gonna find some support here, and people are going to go, wow, Bitcoin's starting to look cheap again. Let's buy some more, right? Because it's going to 100,000, right? The difference between 10,000 and 100,000 in exponential mathematical terms is exactly the same as between 1,000 and 10,000. And we've already gone from 1,000 to 10,000. No big deal. And this is just getting out more and more and more and more. My son Andrew was telling me, you're waiting online someplace in New York City and people are making crypto purchases. They're buying and selling crypto on their phones while they're standing online, waiting for a cup of coffee or something. So people, this is not going away. No one is giving their cell phones back. Do you know what I mean? No one is saying, you know what? The internet sucks. I'm not going to use it anymore, right? Not happening. So essentially, this is really a temporary little pullback, and we needed it. And again, I'm still practicing, learning how to do this kind of laddering thing. Buy low, sell high. And it's not always that easy. It sounds simple. It is simple, but it's not easy. So with all that said, thank you for letting me get my blah blah out early. I'm going to take a slug of Java. It's getting cold. I like it cold too. Let's look at BitcoinCash on the one-day chart. Now, I'm pissed because I saw this the other day. It had a little pause, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get some BitcoinCash. And if you look at the 1 hour chart, you can see see this little sideways range here? These sideways channels, people, you can make money from this. This is over and over again, right? There they are. Now, are we seeing another one up here? BitcoinCash, little pause, right? But do you want to get in? It's so high now, right? That's the question. So I'm going to keep an eye on this today on the 1 hour chart. If we have some kind of little compression here between these two lines, I don't care if it is at $3,200. It could probably go higher, right? It's ridiculous that it's this expensive. I mean, what does it do, right? It's just a cryptocurrency. It doesn't solve many real-world problems other than it has large block sizes and low transaction fees, right? So, yeah, and here's the other dilemma. I have like half a Bitcoin. To send that, I don't know what the transaction fee on that would be, and I don't know how long it would take, and I would much prefer to move stuff into Dash or Litecoin at this point, and then move that. Let's say I want to take some fiat out to pay off my credit cards, or take some profits, or whatever it is. I would much rather have my profits in something that I can move more easily than Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin is the main thing on the exchanges that has the most liquidity, and it's the thing you're buying and selling into, although I did have some things that I bought and sold into Ethereum. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry if I'm too long-winded here today, guys. I just want to give you guys the full thing. I don't want to skimp, and I don't want to be in a hurry. I want to really share some stuff with you guys. So that hopefully you can get some value out of this, out of your investment of time with me, because your attention is probably the most valuable commodity we have in this modern day. So I'm looking at BitcoinCash, see if it pauses here. It may not pause long, and we'll see if I can catch it after this video and see what I can do. All right, so Bitcoin Gold had, see, again, look at these sideways trading ranges, people. And it's not always neat and perfect. Like this one broke out and then it came back down, but then it really broke out. But every time you see a sideways trading range, in this market, it is indicating it's getting ready to boost. So don't be afraid of them. When things seem to be quiet, that's often a good sign that you can get in, because that's what I'm searching around for. And I have some things that I've found this morning that I might check out. So Bitcoin Gold, we have a little pullback here. I wouldn't get in unless we have yet another sideways range. I do have some. I don't have a lot, but I have a little bit just to see. And I've said this before, but in case you're new, when I'm first newly about to buy something, I tend to put a very small amount on it just so I get a feel for it. If I don't have any money on it, it doesn't seem to grip my attention. So that's one helpful thing. Okay, so Dash, let's pull back to the 1 day to look at Dash real quick. Dash is looking up. And at some point, it's going to have to just pause a little bit. And I don't know if that point is soon or what. Back to the 1 hour charts again. We had horizontal tops and rising vertical bottoms. And then it boosted. And then it boosted and then it came back, right? So just because it boosts doesn't mean you're suddenly going to be in profit. But these kind of these patterns tend to show boosts. And again, these markets are pretty high, but there's still more and more people coming in. And I don't think we're going to have serious pullbacks and corrections unless there's some, fear, uncertainty, and doubt that is injected into the entire marketplace. But there still are going to be pullbacks and pauses and profit taking. So anyway, I sold all my Dash pretty much at the tippy top, but I get Dash every day from my Bitcoin mining contract. And so I invested in some other things, and let's see what else we have. So this is EOS against Ethereum, and then EOS against the US dollar. EOS is the one project that I am just hodling. It still is in my Exodus wallet, and I'm just hanging on. I'm not trading it. I'm just holding it because it's early in the project, and I think it's $11 now. Quantum was $11 like 2 weeks ago, right? And I just sold the rest of my Quantum at 71 yesterday, and I'm looking to buy back. But EOS, I'm gonna practice hodling. I'm gonna see if I can do that and just hang on. So I'm liking it. Again, we had the sideways range and then steadily upward moving bottoms, and we still have. Actually, if you want to get into EOS, I might actually add to my position. We have 3 tops plus an extra bonus top. You can call that head and shoulders if you want. And then we have somewhat of a solid bottom, and then we have rising bottoms on the 1 hour chart. So I think it might be getting ready to go again, but we also might have a little sideways range. I really like sideways trading ranges, people. I don't care how long they take. They're really excellent. They give you time, so you're not in a hurry. And the problem is things are happening so fast right now, it's hard to keep track of it all. All right, so did I do the 1 day on EOS? I can't remember. Oh, it seemed to be up, right? So I got in down here when it was trading in a nice sideways. I bought my first EOS back in July, actually. And it went down after that. I think I sold it, and then I bought a bunch back down here. So for me, that's one of my best trades. I did pretty well with it, but it's a blue chip pedigree racehorse project, right? So check into EOS. I think we're just beginning here, and this is going to be, we're going to look back at $11 like we're looking back at Quantum's $11. Like, oh man, I should have bought more, right? So shoulda, woulda, coulda. The thing is, you got to make your decisions, and you got to not beat yourself up for the ones that don't work out the way you thought they should, right? Because it's all imperfect and we're all doing the best we can here. So be gentle with yourself. Ethereum, that was a little conversational hypnosis, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. I'll do that. I don't even think about it anymore. It's so old. So much I have it in my system of just doing conversational hypnosis. And it's mostly for myself, all right? Just so you know. But if you want to listen and integrate it into your unconscious mind, you can do that too. Because the thing is, we want to thrive, right? So Ethereum on the 1 hour chart is just looking sweet. Looking sweet. It would be nice if we had a little bit of a sideways consolidation, and I don't know if we're getting that. Right now we have these two little tops here, and you could call it 3, but we also have this uber top. So, you know, if it bounces back and forth between this range here, kind of this area here, boom, and you know, this area up here, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think that line's exactly straight. So, you know, Ethereum is just hanging steady. It has not had the same pullback that Bitcoin has. So that's good news. It's nice to have something that stays up, right? So this might be, I have some Ethereum and I might buy Bitcoin with it if Bitcoin, by the time I'm done with this video, is still down in a buy place. But knowing Bitcoin, it'll be back up to 20,000 later this morning. All right, so let's look at IOTA. This, for me, is one of my successes because I've been wanting to get IOTA. I wanted it down here, but I didn't know where it was traded. Someone told, I don't know. I finally figured out that we can actually trade on Binance in the US. Someone told me we couldn't, and so I didn't even try. And I was a little overwhelmed as it was with Bittrex, and learning another exchange was a little too much. But after trading my brains out last week on Bittrex, I started feeling comfortable there. So it made sense to open up another account. So I now have one at Binance as well. But the cool thing is, I was able to get in yesterday right where I wanted to. We had this lovely sideways range with IOTA. I don't know where I got in, but I could figure it out, but I don't want to take the time to do that. I know I got in somewhere like right here. And then the damn thing went. It boosted, right? So I'm staying in it, and it's I think it's gonna easily go to 10. I think IOTA is one of the superstar projects that has, it's probably, you know, 5 years easily in its roadmap and plan. So this is the time to get it. Anytime you can get some IOTA, I would highly recommend that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start building a pretty decent position in IOTA on any sideways trading range or any pullback. I'm definitely bullish on IOTA. It's an innovative project. It uses something called the Tangle instead of proof of work or proof of stake. And it's designed to be the currency for the machine age, right? For the age of machines, and for machines to buy stuff from each other. So that's a little bit in the future. However, it's a good project. Get in now, right? Get in early. Get in. This is essentially the same as, you know, buying Apple stock when Steve Jobs was, just starting out. So, but that's what we're all looking for here is where are the Amazon.coms of this space? Where are the Googles? Where are the AOLs and the MySpaces, right? Where are the things that are going to flame out, and where are the things that are going to have the long-term viability? And right now, I don't know. I think IOTA, EOS, Quantum, Dash, probably XRP Ripple is going to be around a long time, but we'll see. So that's it, IOTA. We'll talk about you more later. Litecoin. Okay, now Litecoin, I was looking like a genius. I had a sideways trading range, and I got in right here, and it boosted. And I don't think I sold it. Do I still have Litecoin? Hold on, I'm going to go look at my wallets. I got some Litecoin. I got 4 of them. Okay, so, and it's back. So, depending on what I can pull off today, I'm going to buy some more Litecoin because I think it's probably going to go. But if I don't buy any, I have enough, so I feel like I'm going to do okay with that. All right, so Litecoin is looking good. I issued a buy signal on Sunday for Litecoin, and I am still pretty bullish on Litecoin because I think it's well known, right? Ultimately, it's well known, and it's already doing. It's like possible improvements to Bitcoin are being like implemented in Litecoin first, so it's kind of helpful in a lot of ways. It's useful. Plus, I just like it, and I like Charlie Lee, right? That's emotion. However, this market is driven on emotion and what humans feel and think. So, I don't know, Litecoin's looking good. I would get in even here. I would, no problem. In fact, I might even move this line up, right? Anywhere inside these 2 lines, preferably down here, but you might have a chance to get in, and I might have a chance to get more. Neo. I sold all my Neo. I did really well with Neo. Sold it all, and this is against Ethereum. So if my Ethereum is up and my Neo if Ethereum is up against Neo, I might buy some Neo with my Ethereum. We'll see. Let's look at Neo to the US dollar. This is what I like. We have a sideways trading pattern. It's a little different from what we've seen. Let's extend this line a little bit. Oops. Come on. Stop. There we go. Good little line. All right, so I might move this line up a little. So this is looking to me, and we may have some more downward here in this range. I have a note. I'm checking into Neo. I might be getting some more and riding it for the next thing. It all depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes up, I'll be buying other things with higher Bitcoin. If Bitcoin stays low, I'll be looking to sell something else into Bitcoin and buy more Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens during the day. Omise go. Omise go. Omise go. We have some really sweet resistance here. You might even call this. Right? If all you have is a hammer and a nail, you see places to hammer a nail, right? And eventually I will learn some of these other tools like Fibonacci's. But right now I'm going on seat of the pants. Oh, stop. There we go. Okay. Lovely. So Omise go against the US dollar. Let's see where do I have my Omise go? I moved it over to Binance. And I got 60 of them. And so I'm keeping an eye on it. I don't know what it's really going to do or what it wants to do at this point. But I didn't sell any of it yet. Okay, Quantum. This was sweet. This is my arrow. I was able to get out. Oh my God, I nailed this. I was at 71. But I didn't have that many of them left. What is with this arrow? Well, that's arrow on the 1-day chart. Let's go to the one-day chart with quantum. Yeah, that arrow up there is where I sold, okay? So that's why I've been taking profits, because this is really steep, people, on the one-day chart. Not sustainable. Look at this beautiful sideways trading range we had on the one-day chart. Those are really the best. But if you don't have a sideways trading range on the one-day chart, and you have one on the 12-hour or the 5-hour or the 1-hour chart, you can still use those, right? But if you're an investor, you want to go by the one-day chart. If you're a trader, you probably want to go by the 1-hour chart. And again, the difference between an investor and a trader is what I'm doing right now, actively trading in and out throughout the day. An investor basically finds a good project, buys low, and just invests a certain amount of money in it, and then not kind of a hands-off thing. And eventually that's what I want to do as well. But I think learning to trade is going to really serve me. And it's a lot of fun. I just enjoy it. And at some point I'll need a break, and I'm kind of feeling like I might need a break. And, oh, we're having Christmas holiday. I might be able to take a couple of days off from this. I don't really want to, but you still need creativity. You need a little break. You need time off. Like right now, I'm not so doing my music. I'm backing off a little bit. And always, when I come back to something fresh, there's always new connections and new ideas that come. So just be aware. You might be getting tired. You might want to take a break. Pay attention to that, all right? So this is interesting. In quantum, we boosted. We had a little bit of sideways action. And now we've fallen below. This support is now becoming this resistance. That's interesting, right? This resistance is now this support. So these little zones are helpful to me in my mind. So again, if Bitcoin goes up and quantum is still in the sideways range, I'm going to buy quantum, right? And I'm going to buy as much as I can possibly afford, because I think quantum is going to 100 and beyond. So that's it. That's what I think. All right. It's a pretty damn good project. XMR, Monero. I bought one, I think, yesterday. And I don't know where I bought it right now. I didn't buy low. I think I bought it right in this area here. But I just wanted one. I wanted a Monero. So maybe I got into this trading range here. I can't remember. Actually, I did. I think I got it in this trading range somewhere in this little sideways baby. All right. And XRP Ripple. People, look at Ripple. Look at it. It's so beautiful. That's a 1-hour chart, right? So let's look at this. We have a sideways trading range in Ripple, people. And Ripple is currently at 72 cents. Why wouldn't it go to $1? That's the next even, right? The next even. So I may get some more Ripple. I got some. All right, so that's it for my main ones, people. That's all I'm going to do. I'm looking at a lot of the other ones, but with what I've shared with you, you can find your own projects that look good. Just before I jump, let me, is it on Binance? No, it's on Bittrex. There's a project that I've been kind of intrigued by, and it is Einsteineum. Right? Einsteineum. And Einsteineum was going nuts the other day, and then it had a serious pullback. People, I'm going to buy some Einsteineum today on Bittrex. I think it's looking fabulous, and it's a really cool project. They raise money for scientific research and projects. And it's like it's a decentralized scientific funding source. And this is so important because most of our scientific funding is provided by who? The pharmaceutical companies, right? The chemical companies. Like, it's all corporate driven. So there are lots of things that we should be researching that aren't getting funding. And Einsteineum is set up to provide that. To me, that's cool. So we have a nice little entry point here where it has boosted like a crazy thing, and then it has come back. So, and notice that it had a huge little sideways trading range, right, before it boosted. So I'm going to check out some Einsteineum, EMC squared. Is its sign? Why not? That's stuff I believe in, and you need to invest in things that you are passionate about and that you believe in, because otherwise it's not fun. Make it fun, all right? So today, have a lot of fun, people. Let's go back to our basic Bitcoin chart and see what Bitcoin has been doing while I have been blabbing. Let's see what's going on here. So I'm encouraged. I think there's some upward movement going to come back into Bitcoin. And again, if Bitcoin goes into a sideways channel, I'm cool with that. I do want it to come back up to this. Let's see if I can make a circle here. Where the hell is it? There it is. This is pretty much where I'm at with my Bitcoin, right? I thought I was doing really well getting it here, but it still had some more dropping to go, but we're not that far away. So that's what I'm looking for today. And I think that's it. So people, if you like this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm offering this to you guys for free and in exchange for your attention. And I appreciate your attention. And if you could give me a little more, I'd appreciate some thumbs up. That's cool. And some subscribing action. Just hit that subscribe thing and the little bell. Bing, 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 bing. Wherever the bell is. Ding. And that's it. I have totally and completely set aside my Better Man project until I have time to really get back into it. This is just taking over everything. So I'm liking that. I like you people. I think you're awesome, and I appreciate you very much and your comments, and I will answer your comments after I get this thing edited. And so I think that's it for now. Happy trading, safe trading. It is the solstice tomorrow, the shortest day of the year, so after tomorrow the days will start getting longer again here in the Northern Hemisphere, and that's pretty cool. And I think that's it for now. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you very much. Over and out. Start the music.